Back in the wilderness, when I was about 7 weeks in, I'd say, I remember I was really excited about getting my weekly letter from my parents. When I got it, I opened it, read it, and then closed it. Then I remember being really pissed about my weekly letter from my parents. They told me they were sending me to Waypoint. Little did I know that I'd be heading on the most transformative journey of my life. Hold on a minute. I really like my hair also right now. This Sunday will be my 1-year mark at Waypoint. I really don't understand how that amount of time can go by so fast. I was talking to Jack earlier, telling him, I was trying to explain to him how it felt to be so close to the end of my journey. I told him that when you look at all the time you have ahead of you, you lose track of the path that you're on. And at the same time, if you spend too much time looking behind you, you won't be able to see the path you need to take. One of the greatest things I've learned at Waypoint is to live in the present moment, to focus on only the path that is under your feet, jumping over rocks, kicking sticks, or moving boulders that get in your way. It's also important to practice ways to travel along the path smartly, so maybe there isn't so much boulder removal. Implementing this philosophy in my life has made it easier for me to conquer the hard and face the uncertain. Most importantly, it has allowed me to let go of the guilt I carried for so long for the mistakes I've made. I'd say for these guys, my best piece of advice is to live in the present moment, because doing so has changed the way I see and go about my life. Some of the most important relationships we will have are created and nurtured here. They aren't just standard high school friendships or even best friendships. I would say we're brothers, but part of me likes another word even more. I'd say the best word to describe us it's comrades. I say comrades because the word gives off a certain vibe for me. When I think of comrades, I think of a small group of guys fighting a battle together, being there for each other. And when one goes down, another one is always there to pick him back up. I have picked guys up, and just like I did for them, they did for me. One of the many ways camaraderie is shown here is through being vulnerable. And when we do this, we support one another. I remember sitting on the hood of a front loader with JJ, Ian, and James after a bonfire. We talked about why leaving Waypoint is going to be so hard. I remember I started to cry. JJ asked what was coming up for me. I told him that I'm really going to miss everyone. I'm going to miss experiences like this bonfire, where we get to eat s'mores and enjoy the beauty of this valley together. I felt safe with the support I got from them, and their empathy eased the sadness. When we were all done, we got off the front loader, embraced in a group hug. We laughed, I farted, and we laughed again. And then we walked into the dorms with our arms on each other's shoulders. Another way camaraderie has shown its face in this community is through cardio. I really love cardio because that is our time to cheer each other on and really be comrades. I remember when we were all out on the field flipping 350-pound tires. When Mikey tried to flip the tire, everyone cheered him on because he was struggling. Things like this don't happen every now and then. They happen almost every cardio. There are some times when, even despite being almost sick and dead after our own insane workouts, we will all go run next to the guy finishing last and run him in. It's happenings like these that really bind the tribe together. Another aspect of cardio I really cherish is Steven's talks. He tells us how life outside of here is and how hard it will get. He tells us how important it is to be men and to work through pain when it gets tough. So whenever I struggle with an assignment, a family issue, or even a 400-meter run, I always think of Steven's little voice in my head saying, "Go! Be a man! Don't give up." Steven has pushed me to become a better man. He really has. And I am forever thankful for him. Being at Waypoint has given me a lot of opportunities. One that I really enjoy is the opportunity to be an artist. With help from Lorenzo and Corey, I've gone from drawing epic stick figures to painting beautiful landscapes and drawing self-like portraits with just a pencil, like very good images in my mind. Um, Whenever I look at a finished piece, I feel so accomplished and proud. These are feelings that were very rare for me back at home. Um, I've also had the opportunity to get back into working out and eating healthy. Before I came here, my eating habits and sedentary lifestyle were severely impacting my life. When I left home, I was 115 pounds. Now I'm 145 pounds. I'm thankful for the opportunity to turn my life around, and it brings me a sense of ownership and pride to see how far I've come. I've had the time of my life here. I've been to one of the most beautiful places on earth, Zion National Park. I've hiked up to the peak of Mount Ogden with two of my best friends, and I've snowboarded on the best snow there is. What I love most about these experiences is that I got to do them with my brothers. It wouldn't be the same without them. This ceremony is honestly the end of our childhood. We're about to go off and live responsible young lives, and I'm excited to see where all my brothers go. I know I'll have data close by, data from the Star Trek The Next Generation. And I can't wait until we can all meet up and talk about where our lives have taken us. I remember the reason my parents gave me as to why I wasn't going home straight after wilderness. The reason was that Waypoint would allow me to dive off into life from a higher platform. Sure, I would be fine coming out of wilderness, but I really am not. I was not at the place that I am at today. This is our jump-off point. I'm confident in myself, and I'm extremely confident in all my brothers. Saying goodbye is hard, so I'd much rather say hello. Hello to a new adventure.